Good morning everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. I have actually tried to record a YouTube video probably about three times over the past month. I either had issues uploading, issues editing, or just issues with storage. It's been a great month. To update you all, I am now currently 7 weeks out tomorrow. What this video is going to be is basically just recording the actual full weekend. So technically I am just 7 weeks out during this entire video. Today is Saturday the... what fucking date am I on? 17th? 18th? 18th of July? Fucking July anyway, it's Saturday. It's deadlift day. So I am going to obviously quickly introduce you. We're actually just about to train. I'm just in the women's changing room. Obviously no one is in here, do not worry. I'm not going to be catching anyone's asses on fucking video. But I just thought I'd quickly introduce you all. We are literally just going to jump straight into training. It is deadlifts, seated ham, single arm lat pull down, upper back row, single arm lat row, abduction, a glute bias leg press and leg extension. So you will be seeing that relatively soon. Alongside that, in this video you will also see my next check-in, which will obviously be Monday morning. So tomorrow is rest day. I will show you probably a little bit of like routine cardio posing practice, but you will also see my check-in during this video. So make sure you stick to the end, because obviously that is where it'll be, because it's Monday morning. So that will probably be one of the final things that I'll finish on in this video. And I will also talk through my check-in. I'll talk through quite a lot of changes that I've had. Since the last time you've seen me, there has been quite a few output changes as well as input changes. So yeah, stick around. again, you will have just... What is that? Wow. 2 right next to each other. Beautiful. As you will have just seen, I trained posterior. Kind of with Rob. Rob actually trained pull. He also wasn't meant to deadlift, which I warned him about. And guess what? He hurt his back. Guess who's also hurt the back? Me! I have just been at work. So I trained this morning, ate my post-workout, chilled out a little bit, speaking to Rob, and then obviously I made my way over to work for a 11:30 till 8 o'clock shift. And I could feel I twinge my back, and I was like, I'll stretch it out, I'll be careful, I'll be wary. That nose piercing, I'll come back to that in a minute actually, because I'll waffle. I'll stretch it out, I'll be wary, I'll baby it. Let's not make it an injury, right? Or a strain. And I've come to work and I've been up and down stairs. I've been PTing. I've obviously had to do a little bit of cleaning, but I can't fucking clean. I have been in absolute agony with my fucking lower back. Genuinely, like, it hurts so much to even take a plate off of a bar and then like RDL over, hip hinge over to fucking put it on a plate tray. It's been so sore. It's hurting now, just sitting, which is fantastic. To be fair, I obviously know the deadlifts did it. My sessions have changed a little bit. So usually my posterior session would have a glute max kick down and then into stiff legs. But my glute work has changed a little bit. So I actually have glute medius kickbacks on my pushing arms 1 at the start, and my glute max kick downs on my pushing arms 2 at the start, just to separate the glute volume a little bit more, distribute over the week, where the quality of the reps was going to be a little bit better. But obviously that means that I'm going straight into deadlifts on Saturdays. So I did warm up and I did feel good, but looking back, obviously in hindsight, I should have warmed up more, because I usually have an exercise that I usually have my exercise, my warm up and my exercise. So yeah, twinge my back a little bit. So we're gonna baby it and we're gonna be okay. I've not injured it, I've just twinged it, and it will be sore for today. I'll have a good sleep tonight, and I will get up tomorrow and again baby it, probably have a good sleep again. Deep heat, pain relief. I've got a massage gun, those massage ball things. I'll also get Rob to just fucking give me a massage. That's what he's there for. So yeah, but it was a good session anyway. Obviously, like I said, I have been at work since, so it's been a good 12 hours. I couldn't do maths then, I was looking at the time. It's been a good 12 hours since my session. I have had 4 meals for the day. I'm going to have my 5th meal when I get home. Rob is on his way over to mine on the bus. I am obviously about to set off once I have actually talked to you a little bit, because I realise I probably haven't talked to you that much. Like I said, tomorrow's plan of action is cardio in the morning. Well, no, fasted weighted steps, straight, like first thing in the morning, and then we'll make his way over and do a little bit of cardio in the gym, cardio, mobility, and me and Rob will probably get a coffee as well, so you'll see a little bit of that. Tomorrow I will most likely show my meals as well. I will try my best to record all the meals. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. I'm going to try my best to record all my meals, because that will give you a full day of rest day meals. There's fuck all there. Just long story short, there's fuck all. It's just fucking protein fats for the day. I have 1 meal with carbs in. Perks. But I will show you them anyway. And yeah, Monday morning is check-in, so when I get round to that as well, I will also add in a little video of my check-in, and I will also talk through it as that video is going on. So I'll have a little video like this, and then I'll obviously have my check-in down here talking through it. So yeah, look forward to that as well. But I just thought I'd give a little mid-video update. I'm going to go home, I'm going to have my creamy, I'm going to get the rest of my steps done, which is about 3k steps, which me and Rob will just go and do anyway. We'll go and eat our last meal, crack out our little walk, and then we'll just go and get in bed and chill out. So I'm going to go and do that. You'll see me tomorrow, because I think you all know by this point I'm absolutely crap at recording things. So I'll record tomorrow at some point. In fact, I might record my mobility. Next time you see me, I will be in the gym, stretching and moving and doing all that shit, foam rolling my fucking lower back. Yay. There we go. This is part of my next two video. Right. Right. Next step, we're going to do 2 kilograms. We're aiming for 15. Yeah, but I'd rather get like the 12 of ones. If you start to feel like the 8 or not. Yeah, thank you for the there we go. And then we're ready. 12, 15. Two, not as low. There, good. 3, 4, nice, good control. 5. Okay, hello. This is the part of the video we're probably all waiting for. Let me sort my hair out because I look a bit crazy. So, check-in. We are going to go through check-in photos and just let you kind of see what I'm looking like at 7 weeks out, and also tell you about what I am doing at 7 weeks out. Currently, checking for this week, there are no changes, but there have been, obviously, like I've mentioned previously, quite a few changes over the past... I don't know when the last video I did was. But over the past like month and a half, there's been a few changes. So let's get started. The last time you heard from me, I was most likely on 12,500 steps. I was on 5 grams of salt daily, and I think I was on 1600 training day and 1500 non-training day, as well as I was either 30 or 35 minute cardio sessions 5 times a week. I can't remember what it was, but we'll go from the 30 minutes. So originally I started on 30 minutes of cardio 5 times a week on my upper body base days and my rest days. They went up to 35 minutes, and then they are now up to 40 minutes. I like to split the cardio, usually half and half, so I usually do like 20 fasted, 20 post-workout, or at least just 20 and 20 in the day somewhere. The reason I do that is not because I can't do 40 minutes of cardio. I can happily do 40 minutes if need be. but because of my knee health and obviously the fact that I have had knee injuries, I wouldn't quite say they are injured anymore, but we don't want to injure them again and we don't want to flare them up. They are prone to flare ups, so I like to keep my cardio separated just for ease of joint health. The niceness of joint health is very nice. On top of that, I am now on 7 grams of salt daily. The reason this is because I was cramping up, I was starting to get a few hypo episodes, and I just physically couldn't connect with my muscles as much anymore. So we put that down to potentially being an electrolyte / dehydration issue. So I have gone from 5 litres minimum of water to 6 litres minimum, which I was already on anyway. I was already getting 6 litres in. And my salt is now gone from 5 grams to 7 grams total, that being 6 grams pink salt and 1 gram low salt. On top of that, my calories dropped to 1300 training day and 1200 non-training day, so decent drop in calories. And steps are 15,000 daily, and they originally just went up in number, but then I also had another output increase, which was actually doing weighted steps as well. So 15,000, and just usually the first chunk of steps is weighted. I like to try and get those fasted like they were this morning, like they were, previous mornings. But if I can't do fasted weighted steps, it is at least just the first chunk is weighted. Unless my schedule says otherwise, then I'll obviously just get them done in the day somewhere. But usually I am getting like 2 to 3k weighted. If I'm having a really fucking sick day and I have the time for it and I have the fucking energy for it at the moment, I will go and do like 4 or 5k weighted. But again, I don't want to put too much stress onto my knee joint and my kneecaps, because I like to flare up from that as well. So it's a fine line of trying to find the balance of pushing without disturbing. So yeah, they are what I am. So they are what I am on at the moment. Now we will obviously talk about my actual check-in. So you will be seeing some photos here, hopefully, around here somewhere. I will talk you through what I'm feeling, and I will also talk you through what Ella's feeling. So currently these photos are 7 weeks out from show number 1. So, another 6 weeks of fat loss. Peak week is not fat loss. So 6 weeks of fat loss, 7 weeks technically till show 1. What am I? And then 9 weeks till show 2 and 13 till show 3. Or like 10 weeks till show 2 and 13 till show 3, something like that. I'm feeling pretty good. My appetite is obviously high, but it is not awful. I'm not absolutely dying. I don't feel like it's super, super hard and super, super challenging and oh my god, I'm dying every day in, day out. I'm really struggling. I'm finding it hard. I'm craving. My food noise is so high. It's there. It's hard. But it's not anywhere near I expected it to be. It's actually relatively going quite smooth. So I'm feeling relatively good about myself. Obviously, I do have my days in the week where I don't think I'm going to be ready, or I don't feel like I'm lean and I doubt myself, but also I know to bring myself back and to trust the process and not analyse myself too much. I'm quite happy with shots, as you will be seeing, as obviously my pictures are on screen now. We are definitely seeing my back lean out a lot, which is probably expected. We expected my back to be the first things to get leaner. But now we are seeing some good shape into the glutes, especially the glute into the erectors, and a very, very slight part of my glute ham tie-in is starting to come in, which is great, obviously down into the hamstrings. My quads are now starting to very, very faintly actually start to separate. We did get an initial new level of condition in my legs where my outer sweep was starting to grow, starting to get those lines, like get that individual line, but now we are actually seeing the full quad start to separate. Just a tiny bit, it's not a lot at all, but we are on the right track and we are moving. So legs are starting to get the gist of things finally. My upper body, as you can see, my delta cap is starting to get a little bit more deeper now. I have had my delta cap out for a while, for the past few weeks, but it's just starting to really solidify in terms of being lean. My midsection is going quite well. Obviously from the rear, my midsection is starting to come in. You can see my erectors are starting to split off a little bit now and stuff like that. From the front, my lower midsection obviously still is holding a decent amount of body fat. However, when I feel it, I can feel it getting thinner in the skin. It's just looks wise, it's again taking its time. We can obviously see the top part of my midsection and my obliques are starting to come in very, very nicely, especially on my side tri and a little bit on like my side chest, and that you can see it as well. What else? My chest itself, that is starting to come in. However, it's not too noticeable on checking photos. I don't know if it's the quality of my phone camera or if it's just not quite deep enough there yet to be able to see it, but I am starting to get my fibers separating a little bit. It is more in better lighting that you can see it. Better lighting, more your gym lighting, anything that has a slight shadow into it, you can see my pec starting to come out then. But you can kind of very, very, very slightly start to see it come through in checking photos, but just not that much. Same with around my hip flexors and like the sides of my glutes, you can start to see them starting to separate out, starting to kind of get their own thoughts and feelings. But it is not quite noticeable in check-in shots yet, which again I think it is just because it is natural daylight and my phone quality is also not the greatest. I have dropped my phone loads of times. My phone screen is smashed, so that probably has some part of it as well. But yeah, overall I'm quite happy with how I'm looking. Again, I'm not trying to analyze myself too much. I'm not trying to overthink it too much. I am literally simply doing the do and accepting how I feel, accepting how I look. I see a new line, I'm like, woohoo, new line, and then I'm like, I'm also flat as fuck. I don't have a pump. I don't feel big. I'm starting to get into that zone of I feel tiny. And that's normal, and that's okay. As you can see, my face is starting to come in a little bit. We've got the little cheekbones starting to sink in slightly. To be fair, my camera doesn't pick it up too much. Actually, yeah, you can. This part of my face is starting to droop in. My cheekbones are starting to come out. Rob said this morning that like down here is starting to kind of stick out a little bit. However, I do still have chubby cheeks slightly, very, very slightly. The best way to describe it is that like when you have chubby cheeks and you smile, usually you can kind of feel your cheek is like up here. Whereas now that my skin is thinner and because there's not as much body fat there, I can almost feel like I can feel my skin is different. Like when I smile, I can feel that my smile is not as chunky and up here. It's a bit more like rolly. Like I can just feel my skin kind of pulling back and rolling together rather than actually chunking up. Does that make sense? So it's weird things like that I'm starting to notice now, that obviously never been this lean before. I'm like, oh, that feels weird. Or I'm feeling my midsection. I'm like, oh, my skin feels so not squidgy anymore. What the hell? So very interesting. But yeah, I'm very happy. I am currently 67 kilo. I'm in that little zone. We've had a week of a good few fluctuations, but for the past few days I've been relatively stable. So 67.1, 0.1, 0.05. So just dip in, or about to dip into the 66s hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see with time how that is. I'm trying to think of anything else that might be interesting to talk about in terms of checking in how I am, how I'm feeling. But to be honest, like, I think that is it. Training wise, I am still relatively strong. Don't get me wrong, weight has dropped, deadlift weight has dropped, Smith press weight has dropped. What else has dropped? My glute work, that has dropped off a little bit. But in terms of actual intensity and quality of each set, of everything that I do, I'm still keeping it there. I'm still holding myself to a good fucking standard, because that is the thing that is going to retain my muscle. That is the thing that is going to retain my shape. And it is a make or break if you stop training intense and you start leaning into the fact that you're tired and you don't have that much food and you're not on that much carbs. My fucking training day carbs are 110 grams. It's not that much. It's not that bad. My rest day carbs are 60 grams, so, you know, it's worse on rest day, but, you know, I could lean into the fact that, oh my God, I'm doing 15,000 steps. Oh my God, I'm doing 40 minutes of cardio. Oh my God, I'm getting 7 hours of sleep because I need to work shifts and I need to be up anyway. And, you know, now I've got my training to do and I need to do my water and I'm tired and I'm this and I'm that. Who fucking cares? Go into the gym and get it done anyway. Not every session is going to be absolutely 1000% great, but you've gone in there and every day you give it your 100%. That 100% each day might look different. Today, my 100% might be tomorrow's 60%. I might be able to give more tomorrow, but that doesn't mean that today wasn't good. Today, I give what I am able to give. Do you know what I mean? But tomorrow I will give, again, what I'm able to give. The day after, I might only have 40% to give. I might not feel fucking great. You know, it's rest day. I need to go and do cardio and I think I'm dying. But if I give that full 40%, that's my 100% for the day. Does that make sense? So always give yourself the chance to just fucking get after it. Every day will look different. Every day will feel different. And that is why you just take it one fucking day at a time. And if you can't take it a day at a time, you take it an hour at a time. If you can't take an hour at a time, you take it fucking 20 minutes at a time. Whatever you need to do, you give it your all. You all. So that is basically the mindset that I'm in. Training is still relatively flying. Energy is relatively good. I thought it was going to be worse at this point. And yeah, I'm just getting after it. So thank you everyone for watching this video. I understand it is a long one. I mean, I've been recording for 15 minutes now and I'm not going to edit this part of the video. Fuck that, you can all just listen to me rant on. So hopefully you have enjoyed my ramble. You will have seen my, oh my God, what will you have seen? Push? Was it push that I recorded? Whatever training, posterior. You would have seen my posterior training clips. You would have seen, what else have you fucking seen? I don't even know. I think this has just been a video of me ranting, and I hope you have enjoyed it all. If you haven't enjoyed it, feel free to fuck off, because I don't give a shit. If you have enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe, because I make more videos like this. Not very well. I don't record very often, and when I do, I'm really bad at recording, as you can tell. I will most likely try and get a full day of eating recorded, probably around 5 or 6 week out mark, which will be, well, actually no, I'm 6.5 weeks out soon, so probably like the 5 weeks out zone. So in the next 2-3 weeks you'll get another video. Woohoo! Yeah, I'll do a full day of eating. In fact, I'll probably do like a full day of eating, but I'll include like a training day and a non-training day. So hopefully you all look forward to that. And yeah, go and smash your day. Go and get whatever you need to get done. Don't think about it too much. Don't analyse it too much. The more you sit down and analyse and think and talk about it negatively to yourself, the least likely you're going to do it. The less likely you're going to do it. Get your fucking arse off of the sofa, out of your car, like I'm going to do in a minute. Stand up and just go and do it. Put one fucking step in front of the other and do it. Because that is the only way you can move sometimes. Even when you don't want to, just move. Because if you don't, you're going to sit down for a very long time. That's when people start doom scrolling. That's when people start getting anxiety about certain things. Just do it. And I'll see you in a few weeks.